Hello! So, my name is Alessandra and this is my first YouTube video, and today I'm filming a bronzy makeup look just like this one, with a glossy lip that I really enjoy, and no lashes on today, just a bare eye, just a little bit of a bronzer on there, but you'll find out if you keep watching the video, and I will go in full detail, and I will also let you know what products I'm using and what I like to use, and what I think suits. Obviously my face might not suit yours, but I really enjoy having a nice bronzed deep contour, where some people might not really like that, but hopefully you'll enjoy the video. If there's anything that you need to know or you would like to know about me or my makeup and what I like to do and whatever, things like that, you can ask me anything you like. My Instagram is at a.s_makeup_studio, so give me a follow on there. I hope you like this video and thank you for watching. Okay, so as you know, this is my second attempt at doing this video, and I'm just doing mainly this skin today on this video, just to show you what I use or what I think is really good for oily or dry skin. And I'm actually trying something new today because I've just got it, so I'm really excited, and I've heard really good things about it. But if there was anything that you'd like to know that maybe I've not said, then just leave a comment, just let me know and I will get back to you. So what I'd normally do first is I put moisturiser on, and the moisturiser I always use is Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturiser. And it's just really good for, I've got quite dry skin, so it really helps with my dry spots, so I just put it on everywhere, and it also helps the foundation and your makeup to proper stick as well, which is good. So as you know, this is my first video, so if there's anything that you think I should improve on or anything like that, then yeah, just let me know. I'm here for it all, criticism, whatever, I don't mind. So that's moisturiser done, nice and glowy, and then I would put on a primer. Normally the primer I would use would be probably the Professional by Benefit, which is the one that I normally tend to use all the time on everyone else and on me as well, just because I feel like it really does give you that flat face to start before you put your foundation on. Could not get my words out then. But today I'm going to start with using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty one. And I can't remember, I've just bought it, I can't remember how much it was. I want to say £8, £6? I don't know, you tell me. But yeah, somebody's told me that you need just a little bit at first, just see how far it goes, and then to warm it up in your fingers first, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm trying this first time, you and me. So I've just got that a little bit on my nail. Oh, it's so weird. It doesn't smell like anything really. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just going to put a bit here. I'm just going to have a look in my mirror and then I can see. It feels quite like moisturising. Looking at it, it looks like a clay, so I thought it might have like be really dry, or I'm not sure I don't know what I was expecting really. Anyway, because I feel like it really helps with the makeup and gets your skin looking flawless before you put it on. So we'll see. And I'll let you know as well what I thought about it like during the whole day. If it's any good. If you've used this, tell me. If I'm doing it wrong, tell me. I can't say that it looks like my pores have disappeared or anything. It definitely feels really nice, like it's giving me a really smooth base, so I'll try that. It also says to allow about 30 seconds before you put foundation on, apparently. But I'm going to do my brows first anyway. I like to do my brows first if I'm doing a big eye look, because then I'll prep and prime the lid and then do my eyes, and if it falls down and stuff you can always just wipe it off, so it's so much easier than having it on your face already and your makeup's already on, ruined, done. But I'm doing just a normal plain eye today, but I'd like to do my brows first because I feel like sometimes if you ruin your brows you can just tidy them up so much easier than if it's already on your foundation and stuff like that. So I'm going to go in with the Sleek brow kit. This is in dark and it's got a wax and a powder. As you can see, it's well and truly used, well, the wax side. So I go in with a angled brush. The one I normally use is the Zoeva one, which is 322 and it's called Brow Line. So as you can see, it's really angled and it's really good for getting it on your brow. Depending on how you like your eyebrows, I like to raise it up a little bit at the top just to make them appear a bit higher and a little bit thicker, and not put as much on underneath, and I just brush it up at the front with not much product. So that's just wax. Obviously they'll get a bit tidier as well when I tidy them up with concealer. As you can see, they look very messy and full on at the minute. I'm going to tidy them up with a concealer. So today I'm going to use Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer in C6. Looks a bit like this. Got it from Superdrug. Love Makeup Revolution. I think most of the products that I've used, which is a lot, I really like all of them. Like, there's not something that I've bought from Makeup Revolution and thought, not good. Everything that I've used has been really good and it's cheap, which is good. Normally, well, I'd use either that one or I use Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and the normal shade that I use would be 20, so it's like a sandy colour. Just so it's not too bright and it just blends in with the foundation, so it doesn't really look like I've done that step, if you know what I mean. So I'll just get a bit on my hand and then I'm going to go in with my Zoeva concealer brush, soft concealer in 144. It's just a flat brush that I can easily carve out my brows and tidy them up. Okay, so now I've carved out my brows. They're quite big today, but I'm feeling it because I've not got any eye makeup on today. So once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my base and my foundation. And today I'm going to use Becca Cosmetics Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade Cashmere. If you've ever used Becca Cosmetics, let me know. This is the only shade I've ever used, but it's really nice actually. It's still quite pale, but I can always bronze it up later. So I'm just going to have a pump on because this one is really... I'm just using a brush that I used yesterday when I tried to film this video and it deleted and then nearly went mad when I was work out the window. Anyway, this brush is really good at getting that coverage, and really I just tend to buff it in a little bit and then I dab most of it. You will see in a minute anyway. Sorry, I've got a really bad cough, so I've been coughing all over the show. This is a Peaches and Cream brush and this is in number 2. And this foundation is really good for coverage. So as you can see, I'm quite spotty at the moment. And this is really good at covering it up. So I tend to just go over the areas that I want covered the most. So I'm just dabbing it in and then I'll do a little buff. Just so it's not as harsh as well. And obviously, well, afterwards I'll be going in with a beauty blender anyway. Can you see the coverage on, like, straight away? It's covered all my sins. And this side. I'd say this is quite good mainly for people with oily skin if you wanted to use it all over your face. But like I say, I've used it in the areas that don't really get that dry, and it's just got a lot of spots. Because the other areas that are a bit more, I need a bit of a lighter foundation basically. So I'm going to use a different one, and this one I think is good for oily and dry skin, and it's a True Match L'Oreal, affordable as well, from Boots. I think they're at, is it £12.99 or is it £10, something like that, something around that anyway. And I tend to use 2.D, which is a bit lighter, but it's still a golden undertone to it, so it's a golden almond, that one. But the one I'm going to use today, just to give my skin a little bit more colour, is a golden beige, so it's 3.D. And I'm just going to put a pump in that on for now and see if I need any more. Okay, so now I'm going to get a smaller buffer brush, this one that I used yesterday as well, and I'm just going to go with a little bit of concealer that's still left on my hand and foundation. I'm just going to go up my eyebrow bit, because I don't use the bigger brush or a sponge, because I feel like it's just going to ruin those brows. Some contour to them after anyway, so I'll show you what I do with those. Okay, so now I'm going to get a wet beauty sponge because I forgot to prep it, and I'm back in the room. So I've just damped my beauty sponge, and this one's a Real Techniques one, and I feel like they're just the exact same as the expensive ones, so what's the point? But yeah, you're just better to dampen it first, because I feel like it proper sinks your foundation into your skin. It'll take off anything that shouldn't be there really, and I know that some people are like, well, I want the coverage, but you can always add more. It doesn't take much off at all, if anything. Like, look, that was just, I used that yesterday, so I'm fine with that. Obviously I do wash these thoroughly, don't worry. But yeah, and also it opens the sponge up and it creates all these more tinier holes, which creates the flawless look on your skin. Because if it was dry and it was just a hard sponge, it'll literally, that's quite good if you want to just cover a spot really, and you just put a little bit on a spot and go in with the dry sponge, but wet it first if you want it for your foundation. So yeah, I'm just going to go all over the face with this, and I take quite a bit of time on this because I feel like the more you go over it, the better. Oh god, my hair, what the hell. You've done that, I'm now going to go in with the concealer, and I'm going to use the exact same concealer that I did to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm just going to go in the areas that you want to brighten up and the areas that you want a little bit more coverage. So definitely under the eyeballs, and I pull it right out, because if you pull this out, it's going to lift the whole face up when it all comes on together. You'll see after. So yeah, this is what I've done, and then now I'm going to go back in with my sponge and I'm going to blend it all in. But whilst you're blending, you need to make sure that you're blending on the exact same spot. You don't want to keep moving it around, because then it defeats the object of where you've just put it. So make sure you're blending exactly where you want it. Then back in with my brush, just for the eyebrow area. I'd put a little bit too much on my nose, so I've ended up blending it in all on my nose, which is fine because I can just bronze it up after, but maybe start with a little, unlike me, and then you can build it up. Never mind. So now I'm looking a bit more of a blank canvas. I've just got the highlighted areas on bleak, and I'm going to go in with a contour. So I like to cream contour first because I feel like it really warms the face up, and you can obviously build that up with the bronzer after, but you know where you're starting, you know where you've placed it and everything, and then you can always, obviously, I put the bronzer on later to set the contour, the cream contour, and warm the face up even more and carve those cheekbones. So I'm going to go in with Sleek Life Proof Concealer, and this is in Hot Mocha. And I think this is really good for contouring. I need a new one actually, it's running low. Sleek was Superdrug, and I think it's in Boots now, isn't it? So you should be able to still get it, or if not, a different shade. So I'm just going to go straight from the top of the ear and pull it into here. If you've got larger cheekbones like me, then you want to just do it in a nice soft diagonal line, like that. And then you're going to cover a little bit of your cheek. And once I blend this in later, you'll see what I mean. But if you've got not much cheekbones, then I'd suggest you would just go from the top of the ear in more of a diagonal line and leave it as that and buff that in. Do not put any of the shading, because this is contouring is shading really. So it's hiding some areas, like this will pull your cheeks in to make cheekbones look bigger and things like that, and creates the shape of your wonderful face. Same with my forehead. I don't really need to contour it too much, so I'm just going to put a few around just to warm it up. A little bit on the temples always, and the jawline. Straight under the jaw, under the chin. I like to do mine a little bit pointier, so I'm just going to put a little bit there, and this side, a little bit this side, and obviously I need some there. And then we're going to buff this all in. So I'm going to go back in with the foundation brush that I was using, which is Peaches and Cream number 2, and buff it in. And the exact same as what you were doing with the highlighter, you want to keep this in the same spot so you're not moving it around too much, otherwise it was pointless putting it where you put it. Also, when you're doing this with your cheekbones, you want to make sure you're buffing upwards and not just in circles and going down, because then that's also moving the contour lower, so it'll appear a lot lower and your face will not look right. So it's better to keep buffing it upwards, and it'll keep it more inspired. I like quite a strong contour, so I'm just literally going to leave it so it looks a little bit like a line, because that's the way I like it. But if you want to blend it in more, then blend it in more. Okay, so once you've done that, I've just gone in with the beauty sponge and I've just blended right over the highlighted parts all over my face again, and not over the contoured parts. As you can see, I've still got it like quite defined because that's how I like it, but like I said, if you don't, you can obviously blend it in a little bit more. So once I've done that, I'm going to do my nose, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose and just to warm it up really. Because I've got a shorter nose, I like to make it look a little bit longer, so I'm just going to put 2 lines down the side. If you had a longer nose and you'd want to make it look a bit shorter, you could do 2 lines at the side, and you can even thinner those lines. A lot of people, celebrities and that, make them really close together, 2 contoured lines, and then you can do a little bit at the bottom. That makes your nose appear a little bit shorter, apparently, but I think it does anyway. And I'm going to go back in with the little crease brush that I was using in my eyebrow area, and I don't know if I told you, this is a Real Techniques one. I don't think it has it just says Deluxe Crease Brush. It's like a little buffer brush. It doesn't have a number on, sorry. So I'm just going to go in with my nose. You know, it looks crazy, but I'm going to go back in with my sponge and I'm just going to dab right in the centre. And then I'm going to take the side of the sponge, go to the side, on the contour, and on the other side. Down the middle. Just like that, so it's really warmed it up and it's given it a shape. So now what I was saying earlier with my eyes, I'm going to go back in with the contour colour. I'm just going to dab 2 or 3 times on my eyes, on my eyelid. And this is a trick I learned from Style by Abrahams at the makeup festival this year. Sorry, last year, 2019. Pardon me. That's brilliant, and he was absolutely amazing, and he showed this when he was doing his contour on Polly. Oh my god, she looked unreal, by the way, in real life. Like, I know she does on pictures, but she's amazing. And she literally looks like that, a Barbie doll. Perfect. So anyway, so he was putting a little bit of contour on the eyes, and then what he did was he buffed it in like he was doing eyeshadow. Obviously it's cream. I'm using the same brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to pull it out a little bit, really up here, up the temples at the side, and that just gives your face a pulled up effect. It already is being pulled up because of the contour and the highlighter, and this will really bring it all together. So this is what it should look like. So it's really pulled all the face up there, snatched it in. And then once we've done that, I'm going to set it now with a bronzer that I'm going to set the rest of my face with and contour the rest of my face with as well. And what I'm going to use is Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in Mahogany, and it's just a gorgeous, really brown colour. Obviously if you don't, I really like a dark contour, and if you prefer a lighter shade, I like to use, I'm sure this was from Makeup Revolution, or was it not? Superdrug? I'm not sure. It says Freedom, be free to makeup, professional London, bronze to professional pro, bronze, and it's very similar to the Makeup Revolution one anyway, if it's not, so it's just called bronze, and that's a lighter bronzer shade. So with this one, I'm sorry again about me coughing, that's awful, isn't it? I'm just going to go with the same brush, because it doesn't matter, with the cream contoured brush over the eyes, just to set that cream in place. And then I'm not going to put any more on the brush, and I'm just going to pull that out. On the other side. And with this look, you've already achieved a smoky eye look before you've even done a smoky eye. So it's perfect. I'm just going to go back in with the Beauty Blender on the side, and I'm just going to give that a look. It's a bit more blended. Now, before I bronze the rest of the face, I'm going to set my under eye. And the powder I use is Vichy Derma Blend, and it is a translucent powder. That's from Boots. I think it's about £18, so it's a bit more expensive, but it's good. It's really good. It's just like the Laura Mercier one, which is very expensive. So I'll just put a little bit in the lid, and I'm just going to go in with, oh, let me find a brush. And I'm back. I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush, B02, and it's like a little dome-shaped brush. It's quite small. It's good for putting the translucent powder on with, because it's quite feathered. So I'm just going to go back in with the sponge actually, because it's probably creased. So back in with the sponge, just dab that out. And then go back in with the powder, a little bit on my brush. I don't really like to bake because, I don't know, I don't feel like it works for me. Maybe it works for you, but maybe I've done it wrong, I don't know. Anyway, I like to go over the areas that are oily with this powder as well, which is down my nose, my forehead, the middle, around my nose, my chin. And I like to give this under the contour to just give it even more standing out. Boom. Other side. Oh my god, I'm so sad, sorry. Okay, so I've done both sides. And now what I'm going to do is go back in with that Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. And I'm going to get this brush, which is Peaches and Cream, number 24. And it's just a bigger domed shape brush. I'm just going to get it right on the end. Some of the product, and because that is quite dark, I'm going to tap it off, and I'm going to go right here where I put my contour, lightly pressing it in as well as buffing it in. Don't forget to pull it up. And then also I like to go in under my jaw. Don't forget that neck. Otherwise we're going to be two different colours. I'm going back in. And on the forehead as well, I just like to give it a little bit just to... Do not forget the ears, especially if you go in this town. Let's bronze me right up. I'm a lot more bronzed. I feel like it's because I've got a spotlight on that it's giving me a bit more brighter, but I am a lot more bronzed in real life. I know my hands look so pale next to my bronzed face, but this is how I like. Okay, so once all that's done, you're ready to blush. And I love blusher at the minute, like really love it. I use two at the moment, and I use this MAC one, which has been well and truly used. Sunbask, I think it's called, and it's a shimmer blush. So it's pinky, bronzy and shimmery. Can't really see that, but it's got a shine. So I'm going to go in with another brush that I need to go and find. Bear with, sorry. Okay, and the brush that I'm going to use is a cream cheek. It says cream cheek, but I use it for powders. 128 Zoeva brush. And it's just a nice little angled brush that's lovely to just put your blusher on with. So I'm going to go in on the blush. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to go right on my cheekbone, and I'm just going to brush this up again. Can you see it's just giving that nice shine to it? And really shining that spot out. Wish that weren't there. And on this side. I just feel like it really brings all your makeup in together. Absolutely love it. And I do a bit on my nose as well, just to give that little sun-kissed look. Cute. And on my chin. a little bit on my forehead just to blend it all in. Love it. And then I do another one. So we're going to go in with the Sleek blusher, and this is in Coral. And I really like a coral blusher at the minute. Like, I just love the colour of it. Obviously used, nice and truly. So I'm going to get some of this on. And just going to do the exact same motions. Like to bring this on my nose as well. Chin. Can you see it's just got that hint of coral? Love it. So I'm going to go back in with my bronzer brush, which was the number 24, and I'm just going to make sure it's all blended together. There's nothing on this. I'm just going to blend my whole face together. I know you're thinking, that's really, really dark, but that's how I like it, honey. Now we're going to go in with, just going to put a little bit of soap brow on my eyebrows. So I'm just going to get a spray, setting spray or a primer, whatever. Spray the soap brow tin. Get the little brush, put a little bit on. Because I'm not doing a really full fluffy brow today. Obviously I've done them quite thick, but I'm just going to brush them up so they're all facing the same way, hopefully, because some of these eyebrows are definitely not friends because they just go in all sorts of directions, like what? Okay, and once I've done that, now it's about the eyes. And I would put lashes on if I'm going out, if that's a thing. If you're going for a meal and things like that, then I'd put a lash on. But today, I'm just going to put some mascara. So I'm going to put on this Revlon So Fierce mascara. And I think this is just really good. It's got quite I don't know how you'd explain the brush head, but it looks like that. I'm so stupid. And I'm just going to brush through my eyelashes and lift them up. Like, I honestly don't think you need an expensive mascara at all. Like, I don't even know how much this were, but let's say 8 quid. And there's some out there for like 30 quid, like what? Does everyone else do that? Open the mouth like that? Better look like a right weirdo, don't I? Sorry. But yeah, there we go. A nice little lash on. Let them dry because I feel like when I move my eyes around them too much, it's going to go everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a lip liner, and I've literally just got this. So this is new as well. This is from MUA at Superdrug, and it's called Intense Colour Lip Liner, and it's Obsession, this colour. So it's a really dark brown, and I'm loving a dark brown lip liner at the minute, and either a light nude lipstick and a gloss on top. I don't really do matte, but I can, obviously, but I prefer not to just because I feel like I can't move my lips. I'm like that all day. Anyone else? Or just me? But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to overdraw them a little bit because I like my lips to look a little bit bigger. So I tend to do this with the lip liner, and then I'll tell you what. Okay, so that's just the lip liner, and I know it's super dark, but I like it. I'm gonna go in with this nude lipstick, and yes, it is Primark. P.S. the beauty of Primark. Absolutely love their lipsticks, especially these. There's a matte ones and there's shine ones, and I just think they're really good. Like, seriously, look, I use it a lot. This one is Thrill Seeker, this one's called, and I just think it's a really perfect bright nude. So that is it on its own, but because this is quite matte, I prefer to put a gloss on. And today I've got another new product. I've got the NYX NYX Filler Instinct Plumping Lip Polish, and this is clear. Finally, I've got a clear gloss. I'm sorry to everyone that has been asking me for a clear gloss for I don't know how long, forever. But yeah, I finally got one. So instead of using the gloss, what it comes with, the adapter, because applicator adapter, I'm not feeling alright today, I don't think. The applicator, because otherwise I'm just going to put this brown straight back in there. I'm going to get a throwaway little stick. Otherwise you could use a brush on, so you could get the product on the end of this, and I could just go in with a brush on it and going on the lip, but I'm just gonna, hopefully this is gonna work today. I need to get a lot, because otherwise I'm gonna have to keep going in, aren't I? So I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand in case. And there's nothing on the back of my hand, because I want juicy mango lips. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I should have stopped the video there, shouldn't I? Anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, gloss heaven. I love a glossy lip. I just think it looks so good. Anyway, so that is actually, oh no, it's not the finished look, it's not. I'm gonna highlight today because I don't usually highlight at the moment. I've gone off it the past few months, and because my blusher kind of highlights itself, I just don't really put a highlighter on, but I'm gonna highlight today. And I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Imagination palette, and I love, as you can see, I tend to use the bronze powders. I don't really use these like under eye setting and things like that. I don't know why, it's just not for me, but I use both of these two mainly. The highlighters, the one in the middle is really nice, but it's very golden, and this one's quite a golden, but it's more of a shine, so I'm going to use that one today. That's called Angel Face, obviously. So I'm going to get loads on my brush. And the brush I'm going to use is Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, just because it's nice and small and defined. You can really put it where you want it. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that today, really feeling it. I'm going to go back in with the bronzer brush just to make sure it blends right in. I'm really feeling that today. So very highlighted that. The pigment in her palettes are amazing. I love Imogen, and she's one of the main reasons why I've started YouTube, because I absolutely love watching her videos. There's a lot of other people I watch, like Jeffrey, I watch Holly Boone, Tati, and there's loads, and Mitchell, obviously, but yeah, so if there's anyone you watch that you absolutely love that does makeup or does videos that you enjoy, let me know actually, because I'd like to start watching somebody new, because I just keep watching the same people at the minute, because obviously I love watching their videos, but I've not actually ventured out and looked at any new videos. So to set the face, I'm going to use Urban Decay's All Nighter. Absolute go-to. Love this one. I do use the MAC one as well, MAC Fix Plus. I love that one as well. And that's it at the minute. I've not really tried any new ones. So if there's a new one that you've tried that you like, let me know. So I'm just going to spray. And I'm going to fan that in with my nice fan. Oh, look at it, it's broken. Need to get my life together, don't I? Sorry. Primark, I got it and I smashed it because I'm a mess. Hot mess. So that is, oh, get this out of my hair, the finished look. I hope you liked it. Just a nice soft natural look today. Bronzed, soft, glossy lips. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Obviously send me a message on my Instagram, which is at a.s_makeup_studio, or you can follow me on Facebook. At the moment it's called a.s_facepaint Northwest, and then obviously you can comment on my YouTube video down below and subscribe, like it, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. If I'm boring, tell me. I'm sorry, I can't change that, I don't think. Or if you did enjoy it, or if you're not sure what products I said, because I feel like I might have spoke a bit fast and I'm sorry if I did, then just message and I will let you know what exactly I used. But yeah, if there's anything that you'd like to see in the future, like a different kind of look, a really bold look, I do Halloween makeup as well and I do special effects, then just message and I will get on with a new look. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be able to do and when I'm going to be able to upload, but I'll try my best to do as many as I can, really, because I quite enjoyed that. And I hope you liked it. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but yeah, and I hope you got a few tips. But this is just a nice natural look that if you were, or you could go out with this look, obviously it's quite glam. Just add a lash and you're ready to go out. But yeah, hope you liked it. And thank you very much for watching if you watched it all the way through. And hopefully see you soon. Bye. Thank you.